Hello, welcome to KIllco, and I am Mr. K. Welcome to another whiskey review. If you want to call this a review channel, it's up to you. It is the Day of the Dead, I believe. Halloween yesterday. Today is the 1st. It's just about 1:30 in the morning, and you can probably hear the wind, which is part of why I'm doing this, because it is vicious. And I only have the window open like that much, but it's like something wants to get in here. Anyway, today, West Cork. That's going to be fun. I was thinking a number of things about this review. I had to think about Halloween, I had to think about fear, I had to think about what should I do. Do I want to do a mini review? Do I want to do something else? Do I want to just record this crazy wind? So many options. But what I decided was I was going to do a play of fear, coincidence, and because I want to try this more than anything. I don't know if this is a nor'easter or not. I know the winds are crazy today, which is beautiful. You'll note this has a little bit of drip on it. That is a story right there. So my younger brother works for a certain company that distributes alcohol in my area. I won't say much more because I want him to talk about it when I do actually get him to record with me. But I went to a liquor store. He was serving wine, as he does, and I sampled it. And I saw this bottle up there, and it's one of the ones that he sells to the liquor store we were at. Since it had this little smooch on it, I said, I'll buy it. I want to try it anyway. It is West Cork Blended Irish Whiskey, a blend of the finest hand-selected grain and malt whiskeys. Bourbon casks. Now, in my experience, I have found I enjoy things that have been put in bourbon casks because I like bourbon. And it's very easy to get my hands on. Ooh. There are 3 signatures on this bottle, a little stampy stamp. I didn't notice that. West Cork Distillery, so clearly from Ireland. A friend of mine is in Ireland, or should be in Ireland, I think, still. And that equates to the fear of the Halloween, and why I decided to pick this bottle, because she is traveling overseas. Super scary just getting on a plane and traveling anywhere these days, so I have that thought in mind with this bottle. As a friend of mine is traveling, makes me nervous, but I am hopeful she will arrive back in the States at some point soon, so I may give her some Irish whiskey and we may talk about her adventures in Ireland, because I am so jealous. So jealous. Let's see these names. John O'Connell, Garrett McCarthy, and Dennis McCarthy. I'm going to assume they're related. Very nice signatures. So I'm going into this bottle knowing very little about it, other than it's an Irish whiskey. It's called West Cork Bourbon Cask. 40%, before I forget. So it is the bare minimum. So I'm not expecting a heck of a lot out of this, because I always like the higher proofs. However, this is a bourbon finished barrel thing, and that's usually pretty sweet most times. As you can see, just open this. Never tried it before, don't know what to expect. The color is really nice just in the bottle, and Irish whiskey is my life. If anything, I just open whiskeys for the noise. Oh, it's a different kind of cork, which is good. I can't tell. This is probably fox cork or fake cork, or it's not real. I can tell that just by looking at it and feeling it, but it makes the same noise, and that's a good thing. No, civilized. Someday I'll learn how to pour without dripping. Today is not that day. That is another beautiful amber color. Actually, not too amber. You know, the darker amber I usually see in bourbons. This is very light, honestly, but it does have that beautiful shine that just makes you want to stare at it and makes it really seem like the water of life. some would say, it looks like piss. It's like, well, no. If your piss looks like that, drink some freaking water. So that's not what I equate it to. I equate this to a wonderful experience ahead of me, to say the very least. Ooh, this has some fruit notes. I like that. Which is strange because the bourbon, you usually get fruit notes out of sherry finished stuff. I think I have this weird thing in the back of my head now with some barrel finished stuff that I tried a certain Mizunara finished Irish whiskey. I won't say what the name is because I don't want anyone to know it exists because I want it all for me. It's Glendale. They have a Mizunara finish and it is glorious. And it's reminding me of that because of the fruit notes that I'm getting out of this. And when I tried that Mizunara finished bottle, it was like nothing else I'd ever had before in an Irish. It was astounding. I want it. I want it so bad. Someday. Someday. I think it's $90 for a bottle of it, so not cheap. And right now I'm hunting for a Redbreast special release that has... It's in the area, but I gotta find it. Oh, I can smell this for days. Yeah, this is beautiful. I mean, I have trouble putting into words what I'm experiencing. One, I'm salivating like crazy. What kind of fruit is it reminding me of? I want to see a very, like a rich dark strawberry, or my favorite thing to think about is maraschino cherry. I'm getting some kind of, like that kind of vibe. I love maraschino cherries. You have no idea. I will just eat those by the handful if I could, but I always try to have them in my beverages. So I'm done smelling this. I don't want to even think about talking about it because it honestly doesn't have that Irish tang that I'm used to because it's getting like overwhelmed by this fruit forwardness. So I couldn't even tell you this was straight up Irish whiskey if I tried. If like someone poured this and I didn't know what it was, they'd be like, "What's this?" I'd go, "I don't know. Sherry cask finish maybe." So it's got that buttery stuff. The first thing I thought, well, the first thing I thought was, "Oh damn it, it's watery." Second thing I thought was, "Oh yeah, butter." And I don't mean it tastes like butter. I mean it has that. If you've eaten butter, which most people have, it leaves a coating and this almost richness and a fattiness kind of thing. There's no actual butter in this clearly, but it coats the mouth in the similar way that butter would. Thus, I call it buttery. The taste isn't there, but the impression is. And oftentimes people have said Irish whiskeys are buttery and biscuity. But honestly, the taste of it didn't really overwhelm me, other than those first two things of watery and butter. Nice. The Irish whiskey thing I like was present. I don't get as many notes of fruit on the taste, but there's a sweetness definitely. I'm going to assume that's from the bourbon cask. For the price I paid for it, this is perfectly fine. As an Irish whiskey, I would have this and be perfectly content to drink this as a daily sipper because there's nothing too. It's not making me think too much about it. I'm drinking it and going, "Huh, this is nice," which is what I love about Irish whiskey is I can sip it and just let out a sigh of relief and almost rest. It's like, oh, I'm home. Oh. That's what Irish whiskey is to me. Although I've been partaking of bourbons very heavily as of late because they're available and nearby and just convenient. And this little bottle has its own little story, as I said. And since my friend is in Ireland and we're talking about fear and the weather, and it's all interconnected and interwoven into the why I made the video. I could have done, whiskeys to try before you die, or I could have worn a pirate outfit, which I was thinking about doing, and have some rum. I do have a mini review of a rum coming up soon because I'm curious. I'm not big into rum, but the only rum experience I have is Jack Daniels. That's Jack Daniels. The only rum experience I have is Captain Morgan. Thinking of the wrong thing. But as far as this goes, it's another one I might put in my lineup of the introductory whiskey. This is almost on the same par as Jameson in its approachability, and it's just, I think the availability of it is pretty good too. Ooh, ooh. There's more there, but I'm not able to grasp it, even if I swirl it around in my mouth like that. There is a sweetness. I can't quite pin down what it is. It's probably as if it's reminding me of frosting, I think. That's something Daniel has used in his videos numerous times, talking about that cleanliness and the sweetness that certain frostings can give, and that's what I'm getting from this one, which I'm not sure if it's from the Irish bit or the Bourbon Cask bit. But again, do I like it, yes or no? Of course I do. It's an Irish whiskey. I'm going to like it. It would have to taste really bad for me to not like it. Now, this is normally where I toast out and say I'm done, but Halloween just happened. There's candy everywhere, and I'm adding a little bit of a mini review / funny review to the end of this. So this is a Reese's peanut butter cup stuffed with Reese's Pieces candy. I have never had one of these. I know I like Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh wait. But I am a bit curious about what the hell this double candy is going to be like. It's all melty. But I'm just going to take a chunk out of it. And then I'll have a little Irish whiskey after to see what happens. Oh, it's so melty. Soft. Ugh. There we go. I think I only got like a little tiniest piece of the Reese's Pieces in there. That's exactly what I expected. The crunch from the actual Reese's Pieces is nice. I wish they would do. Honestly, I wish they would do a Reese's peanut butter cup with a bit of crunch to it, like Crunch bars. These little Rice Krispie things. In one of these, oh, make a whole new candy bar. Copyright? No, can't copyright something that isn't even mine. It's just an idea. Now let's see what happens now after I had this very, very sweet peanut buttery candy. Yep. I mostly taste that there's alcohol in this and little else because it is thin as far as texture, but still coats the mouth in a good way. Anyway, I will be going to Texas next week, actually. A week from today, I shall actually be in Texas. Oh, God, I kept saying next month, next month, next month, and suddenly, it's November 1st. Good. So I hope to make an actual video about that. You'll get introduced to my mother, and because she's going with me for the trip. And maybe I'll get Rex and Daniel on film. I don't know. I don't want to even promise that, but they like to film their own thing, and I don't like to film anyone who doesn't necessarily want to be filmed. I hate putting people in that position. So we'll see what happens. There's a hell of a lot going on over the next couple months before the holidays really start to cause the chaos. And I'm looking forward to so many whiskeys and so many whiskey adventures in the future. So, until next time, Sláinte. Man, I hope that wind's picking up on the mic. Nature, man. She's no joke. Mm. So good.